Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to another lovely episode on the Refuge. And as you can see, I have done a little bit of work between the last episode and now. I'm still missing one component for my house, namely the audience chamber, but these trees here are going to be getting taken down. I'm going to be setting up probably, I don't know. I don't like it right at the base. So probably either over there or maybe over here. I'm going to be setting up the actual tree farm. But I just needed to have trees up where I was working. But for right now, I'm not working over there. Next, I'm working over here. So as you can see, I have planted a few trees over on this side. Let's go over here and take a look. Oh, my way down to the dirt acquisition chamber. Oh, my! A tree just grew. Hello. Oh, you're not going to give 4 saplings. What a waste. But I have managed to get the dirt up to 3 thick on here. And I'm able to plant it wherever I want. Whether it's dirt or not. Still can't believe that's a thing. I've decided, I am going to probably be adding some stone to the extra tall bits and making this non-uniform. I like the look of dirt, but I don't know. With the stone that's sticking out in the dirt there, it feels like it needs to have stone sticking out there. So I'm probably going to change that over time once I get to the stone stage. But for right now, it's going to remain dirt as it is. But the bridge is nice and finished. I am making a path down, a footpath here. This is not exactly where I had initially thought, because I was going with a 1-to-1 slope, and this time I decided I wanted to go with a 2-to-1 slope. So it's slabs instead of stairs. Any mobs down here for me to worry about this time? No? Okay, good. I had an incident last time I came down here. But instead of going up 1 for every 1 block, which would make that endpoint be probably right about there, I decided to go with a more gentle slope. But the edge of it, as you can see on the edge of the bridge, I have the birch and then those fences. That's what I'm going to do here. It's going to be edged with birch and then have fences on it, and then I'll probably put the lighting on the fence instead of on the wall here. We'll see. But now it comes down to this area. I have access to the farms more directly. Don't have to do silly jumping in order to get up to the ladder. It is all good. I have also placed 3 of the 4 farms or farmhouses that I am going to be using for the farms down here for the agricultural aspect. And oops, need to maybe change that. They do operate by pressure plate. The bedroom door doesn't need to be pressure plated, but I just went ahead and preset a bed in one of them. I'm going to need to make them all properly furnished for the wood stage. But as you can see, they have access to their storage room and their field, which is untrampleable by mobs. Well, I guess spiders, if they really wanted to, could come in, but you know what? I'm not going to try to make a whole thing just for spiders. This is going to be sufficient. Oops. Boop. Come through here. Now, I have decided from looking up above that, hello cow, are you still in here? Yes, that this here is going to be the perfect location for the road that's going to go through and then have access to the shore over that way. But the rest of the agricultural access is going to be in this direction. I still have one more of these farmhouses to make, and I will be putting it on this side of the beetroot. So it's going to look identical to the other three because these are basically cheap, just bare minimum structures. And what I was wanting out of them was, I believe I went over this before. I'm having a dichotomy between the up there and the down here. Up there, they can afford to have the very rich and special straight parts of the acacia, whereas the poor people down here on the floor have to have the angled bits, and the angled bits are what the structure is made out of, or structures are made out of, I should say. And they come to these nice. Uh, I guess there is one straight bit here on the top of the house, but other than that, they come up to a pinnacle that they can all be joined together. And then in between, most of this is stairs as opposed to whole planks, because I wanted it to look like it was just thrown together, not smoothed and wood planed and all that kind of stuff. I wanted it to look like, all right, here's some spare bits. Let's make this house. Okay, have a house. Now let's focus on the farm, and the farm is the actual attention part of the farmhouse, not the house itself. But also, I wanted it to look like these structures were clamped down to the ground. That way, they weren't all head in the clouds like all these structures up there are going to be. Although, there is one structure that I'm thinking of making be more clamped to the ground up here, and it is going to go on the commercial rise. And let me just run up there. I'm so happy I made this. No longer do I have to parkour my way up to the ladder and then climb up the ladder. I can just run in a straight, well, not straight, but a direct route. The road's going to come over here. There's going to be the access point to split off down to there. I am going to fill dirt underneath the pathway so it isn't just hovering and stuck on the side of the dirt there. It's going to actually be supported by the dirt. But over here where this tree is and beyond is going to be the barracks. They're going to eventually be the Royal Guard because this is going to be just my rise over there. But then over here, one of the things that I'm going to have as a structure is going to be the administrative center. The administrative center is going to probably be here in the center, but it's going to be sort of, the road is going to go sort of through it. And it's going to be divided into 4 sections on the bottom, and then an upper floor that's going to be not only just for decoration, but also the functional office and that sort of stuff. So it's ultimately going to be a split between the clamped to the ground, just very earthy stuff. It's going to have the emergency stores. It's going to have the armory and all the functional stuff, and then the offices for the elders and all that are going to be a loft. It's going to be similar in style to that. I'm thinking of making it slightly less embellished on the outside. I have yet to decide exactly the design. Oh, hello. But first things first, I'm going to need a bit of wood, so I've been chopping and planting and chopping and planting. That's what all this is. I am almost, let's see here, wood cutting. I am level 91. Oh, there it is on the right. So I'm almost at 100 on this. For the wood stage, basically I'm going to be getting all of my skills up before I get everything else done. MC stats. Excavation, herbalism, fishing, and almost woodcutting are over 100. Unarmed is over 50. And then the last one that I need is mining to get up to over 100. And right now that means another 72. But I haven't actually really been focusing on digging. So that's what that is. But there's a lot of stuff that I've been working on, but there's a lot of things that other people are working on too. But I don't want to really uh, show off some of the builds until the people say that they're ready. However, there is one thing that has happened, and so that nothing stands a chance of happening, I am going to go like this. Not TP. Home, White Cat, Mansion. After, wait, oh no, Home. I called it Dark Mansion. Do. After several days of preparation, getting lots of paper for the cartographer and getting all of the resources necessary for getting a mansion map, and then getting all the resources necessary in order to go exploring. Here, almost 15 kilometers from spawn, the first dark mansion has been discovered on the server, and as is expected, there are tons of cows on the roof. But this is a world gen thing for those of you who are unaware. This is normal vanilla Minecraft now. In a dark forest, there stands a chance of one of these spawning. And this is a great one, too. It's spawned on the lake. It's not surrounded by the actual dark forest itself. It's a little clump of trees right here that just magically happens to connect to this. I mean, this is world gen. This is not player placed. It works its way up to here. I'm going to be a good friend and add some light so that if she comes out her front door, she's not greeted by death. She's not on right now, but this is. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just take half of these and pitch them. There we go. Not cheating. I'm just in GMC, so I don't spend them as I place them. But this is. I'm not going to give the full tour, but we have here a dark mansion. And boy, is it interesting. There is. If I come down here, there is pixel art. This is world generated pixel art of an illager. There's another one. There should be stairs somewhere. No. Stairs? Are you stairs? No. You're not stairs. You're storage. I'll find some stairs. I will. Because there's one. There it is, right there at the entrance. Of course it is. There's one thing that I wanted you to see on here, and this just tickled me pink when I saw it. There it is! A giant chicken! Ta-da! There's a giant chicken statue. A monument to the Buck Buck. But this is a huge place, and White Cat went through all the trouble to find it and to adventure out to get it. She cleared it out herself. This is hers. She's claimed it. It is absolutely hers. And it's so far away no one else is going to accidentally stumble upon it. But there we go. The first dark castle. Hi. How you doing? What's up? You're not going to be here after I teleport away. So, home. There are a few other things that have happened on here, including I think I got the money situation figured out. People's balances are staying. If I go Blatop, Battletop, no, Blatop would be a different order. Uh, the balances are staying even after people log out. So that means that I can safely start investing in the shops. It looks like Hex Monkey is going to probably be at the top. Now, I do need to figure out the permissions for sell hand and all that kind of stuff, but I think if people do, like, if I go sell for, I can't sell torches. If I go sell for, I do not have enough of that. Oh, GMS, sell for, I do not, worth. How's that? Sell for? Oh, sell carrot for? There we go. I think people can manually sell that way. I don't think they can just go /sell. Yeah, it has to be the name or the location. So it's it's still not working for everyone, but I have gone ahead and set prices for the most common of items, and there are some things that just simply don't have a price. So if I go worth, oh, that's gonna have to change. Set worth 0.01. I don't want people to be making a ton of profit off of torches. But anyway, a lot of back end stuff is happening on here. We are, oh, Cuddle's neat. We are about to even get a new computer so that a lot of the uh, TPS issues are going to no longer be a problem. As a matter of fact, we have been up for almost a whole day, and it's still up to almost 20 TPS, which is what it needs to be. 20 is the ideal number. But this is just a very, very minimal personal server, and it was not meant for hosting a dozen people playing. And this is amazing that it's been acting as nicely as it has. But I think we are on the verge of actually getting a hardware upgrade. So things are probably going to be blossoming here. Going to be uh, making a bunch of plug-in changes, adding a few things. The marriage, there's going to be timber, going to be adding a death chest so when people die they don't immediately chance getting leg cleared for all of their stuff. Going to be adding a whole bunch of other little knickknacks and what's it's and trying to make this a slightly more enjoyable server for everyone. But everyone seems to be enjoying it just as is. Everyone's doing their own thing, and I'm happy with it. So I'm going to get back to work on my stuff here, add the last farmhouse, add some detail to the path going down, start figuring out where I want my ranches, move the cow, and do a few other things, and then we'll see where we are, and I'll be right back. You've got a stuffed animal on your bed. Look at that! That is just too cute. It follows your eyes everywhere you go. Its eyes are following you. It's magical. You've got a stuffed animal in your bed. Look at that. Leave it there. It's fine. That's hilarious and cute.
Stage. Yeah, we
Like,
do.
I don't know how you managed to do this. You don't know how to get out? Well, I don't know how you managed to get in, but you're flopping around on my floor like a madman. This is definitely some interesting glitch. I don't even. This is special. Alright, I have been spending the last couple of days doing some busy work here. A couple of game days, that is to say. Uh, I did manage to remember finally to put a trapdoor at the top of this ladder so I didn't have to keep falling in. I have made a road using acacia planks as well as the path. Oh, people slept. Uh, Using the path, as you can see here, and it leads to the administrative center. Kind of crept up on that, didn't I? This is the town square, basically. It's going to. This is the middle of town. The well does go down since this is a hand-built terrace. What I did is I punched a hole and then went down underneath, figured out where the hole was lined up, and just coated it with dirt. It's just a few columns of dirt for right now. Didn't want to waste wood on that. But yeah, that's the start of it. I have decided what the way it's going to be laid out is I'm going to have like maybe the item and food storage in one corner here, the uh, the council room, conference room. I guess conference room works too. In one, I'm going to have the armory. Actually, I might have the armory and maybe another. We'll see. But there's one other room. It's the infirmary. That's right. I may actually have to pick one of these and expand it back to make the infirmary larger. However, for right now, I think the infirmary is going to be able to be crammed into here. It doesn't have to be all that well spaced. It can be squashed right next to each other. Let's see here. I have also continued the path down over here. It does connect to the roadway down. I have finished the final farm over there for the beetroot, so that's taken care of. Now I need to start working on the roads for connecting all that. Uh, Now, one of the final steps that I'm going to need to take care of for the administrative center, other than the details for the building itself, is going to be the area set aside for offices. There are going to be, when it's all said and done, 8 offices. And that's because I'm going to have 7 elders and myself. I may have my office. I don't want to necessarily have my office as one of these because that's just too much of an office. But my idea here is I'm going to have it so that there are 7 city leaders. One will be for the savannah, one will be for the desert, one will be for the jungle, one will be for the underground dwarven city, one will be up in the sky, one will be in the nether, and one will be in the end. So I want to have a sort of seat for all 7 cities. So for right now, instead of doing like guild leader jobs or whatever for the elders, where one of them's the leader of mining and one's the guild leader for underwater basket weaving or something, I don't know. It's going to instead be set up so that each elder is a leader of each individual city. They will have their home starting here, but their home is eventually going to be maybe turned. Ooh, there's a thought. I could have. No, I want their home. I want their offices to be separate from their homes. Banish that thought. Goodbye thought. I was thinking about having their homes over time be turned into something else, but no. I'm going to have their homes be sort of like mine, only smaller. They are going to be suspended over the ledge, and then leave the option for stone modification if I do choose to do so. There are some things where the sandstone does look better than the birch for some of the details that I want to have, but for the most part, I think I'm going to just leave it be. Obviously, the fences, those are going to have to be birch for the situations where I have birch fence, because there is no sandstone fence or wall or whatever you want to call it. Also, remembered and reminded myself. Wow, I remembered that I found the point where it's going to connect to here. So what I did is I built out, and lo and behold, where I guessed it would be connecting was pretty close to the center point of that wall. I thought, based on just eyeballing it, I thought it was going to be there. And that's from standing right here, that's not too far off, all things considered. Basically, I judged it by that spot right there. It drew my eye. So I said, that's got to be the center point for some reason. If I'd taken a little bit more care, I would have seen it was right there. Not too far off. But I just realized something. Those are two different color llamas. More cows! Oh, I can get some cow breeding started. Yay! I need to take care of that. Because I have a very sad and lonely, solitary single cow in there. And I need to get a cow ranch going, and a chicken, and sheep, and pigs. But I need to get the cows going so that I can start getting more leather, because I'm really going to start needing some leather, not only for books, but also for item frames and for some armor, because I just realized that I have no hat again. Yay! Oh! Because I need to turn off the fireworks for when you activate abilities, like when you ready your axe and all that kind of stuff. Did, what was... Did I just... I heard a weird noise. That was interesting. Anyway, so basically, I have done a few things for my build, but also I have come to the conclusion that the balance has been figured out. The economy is basically stable on here. So now I can also probably in the next, oh, that's rough. Probably in the next episode, I will be setting up the custom enchants shop, because if I go Bell top, you'll see that people are keeping their money for once. I actually am on Baltop. That's hilarious. But it's stable. People are keeping their money. They're getting money from the mob drops for the mob hunter plugin. So things seem to be working out. So I guess looming on the future is going to be another building over at Spawn. But I'm going to do a little bit more finishing up of some stuff here, add some little details, and then I think it may be time to, here soon, wrap things up. So I'll get to work, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty then. I have managed to get a little bit more work done. Instead of trees over here on the top of the um, commercial rise, you can see a structure. It's not just the base of the administrative center anymore. Now there's an actual building, and I made it a little bit more squarish and sheer than I had originally mapped out in my head, but that's sort of because I do want it to have that feel of it being down to earth, and so therefore very squarish, but I also wanted there to be the upper part. So I have some extra embellishments up there. You can see the windows and stuff. Let me get back over here. Doop, 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 doop. You can see the windows, and there is the slope on the top here, but the underneath part is still basically the same, except I also have the addition of the fork, not the secondary log, whatever this raised surface is called. Not fresco. It's there's a term in architecture for the raised part. But anyway, I have this part sticking out, and it has the uh, slope at the bottom, which is part of the cheap trees. But I also have the embellishments of the buttons to add a little extra oomph to it. I've included archways so that it brings you into the middle and it matches that central part. Now that dome over the top is part of the floor for up here, and this is the access point to get up to the offices. And you can see down into there. Now what I'm going to end up doing is at the bottom of the well, I'm going to have a beacon. And that beacon is going to shine straight up through the hole in the ceiling there, which is why I left it bare. Slab ceiling, by the way, roof ceiling, whatever, so nothing's going to spawn up there. But if I remember that it's there, then I will hopefully be having, I'm thinking, an orange beacon because acacia. But here we have the offices. There are no furnishings yet. It is just a bare room for each of them. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 7 elders and myself. Oh, I did decide to break my imposed rule of using glowstone inside to just for just the public administrative center here. I used 1 as the floor piece for right here. That's it. Everything else is torches. And you can get glowstone from digging dirt and sand with the shovel using the MCMMO. So I figured since everyone has easy access to glowstone, might as well let them start using it in the Refugee to Regent. Obviously, people who are not doing Refugee to Regent have access to glowstone and the elytras and whatever. Excuse me. But for right now, I'm calling the administrative center done, except unfurnished. I had to populate the 4 different rooms. Ouch! On the bottom. Wow, that was clever of me. The storehouse, the infirmary, and whatever. I have started working on the design for the floor, but not in all of them. But yeah, it's started. I also have managed to start accumulating a bit more dirt so that when it comes time for me to build that up, I have a head start. And I've decided that I need to build that up because I absolutely have to have the elders' houses over here because the other commercial structures have to go here. No room for houses here. Houses there. Also, forgot about the cows. Of course I did. I forgot about the cows. I'll get those. But yeah, I've managed to finish off a lot today. This has mostly been a bunch of catch-up work from me and doing some busy work on the server itself, not on my stuff, but on the actual infrastructure of the server. Even managed to begin the work at the hub, well, the spawn for the town if I can manage to get the NPCs plug-in to work the way I expected it to. Or I may just work around what it has as at its disposal and just go from there. But anyway, I'm not going to be showing off the stuff that's at spawn just yet because I want to add a little bit more to it. But I think you'll like what you'll see. Also, in the coming video or two, I'm going to be probably having the first look at what's going on in the end. People have been going to the end and running past the dragon and leaving it be for now, but we need to kill the dragon. And what I'll probably do for that is just let everyone know that it's going to happen, schedule a time as best I can. There are people from around the world. And then I will just stay recording, watching everyone fight the dragon and watching it die. I have probably fought the Ender Dragon a bajillion times. It's a little bit tedious for me. All you need is a bow and reasonable armor and a sword, maybe a few potions or apples, or golden apples or whatever. It's not really a huge ordeal, but because it is a hallmark event, a milestone for a Minecraft world, I figure I might as well go ahead and record that. Also, I'm going to be showing the work that's being done on the Stronghold, that is the public access point to the end. There's been a little bit of a fiasco with it, but for right now, there is an overall plan that is going to be put in place here very soon that will involve a rebuild of the entire place, or at least an upgrade of the entire place. So there's a lot of work for me to look forward to. Not this kind of work, actual like creative mode work. The project over there is just way too much. Ooh, 0 entities cleared. So weird. I'm probably the only one on right now. Yes, I am. Very weird. But a lot of stuff that's in the works. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. I've already gone on long enough. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. I do apologize for my lapse in videos. I've had a lot of construction work going on less than 20 feet from my window, and it has made it so I A, don't get much sleep, and B, when I do try to record, like, it's been consistent almost every single time for the past 2.5, almost 3 weeks now. Every time that I've sat down and said, okay, I'm going to record because it's quiet right now, I start recording and all the noises are audible. All of them. Everything out there is audible through my mic. It's so annoying. So I gave up. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do it. I could not deal with the unpredictable noises outside. So instead of fiddling with that and getting frustrated and recording for just a few minutes and saying, oh, well, scrap this, I just decided I'm going to just wait until they're done. So that's the delay, and I think it's over now. So anyway, finish my outro. Got distracted there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give a like. I do appreciate it. It does help. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. Lots of plans. Lots of plans. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. Thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night on the Refuge, and I will talk to you later. I really need to get some pest repellent. The flies out here are atrocious. There we go. And off they go. Doing what elytras do.